Hi folks, Chris here. I want to start off by saying well done. Now you're probably thinking unusual way to open up a video like this, but I mean it, well done. As I say to many clients and many customers in the industry I work in, sometimes this is the most difficult step to make, the start of the journey. Whether it's getting in through that gym door, starting a gym for the first time, signing up for a 6-week course like we're doing now, you've taken the first step. So give yourself a pat on the back. Wanted to jump on today and just explain some of the exercises that we will be focusing on in the bodyweight program, the workout. It will consist of a short warm-up that I'm going to demonstrate, so we all have a feel for what the exercises are. We know how to complete a proper warm-up, and then I will go into coach and demonstrate each of the exercises that we'll be concentrating on in the bodyweight program. The fact that it's bodyweight is nice for the current climate we're in because you need no equipment. All you'll need is a mat. You can do it on a carpet in your home as well. Just ensure that you have some water and you choose an appropriate room in your house to complete the workout. Cold environment preferably, possibly the kitchen or living room. If you have access to a window close by that you can open for some fresh air, that would be ideal. Aim to eat, if you're planning to eat, at least an hour and a half before you complete this workout. First thing in the morning, if you were intending to do it, you could do it before breakfast. However, if you're planning to do it in the afternoon or in the evening, after lunch or dinner, just please don't eat too close to doing it. Ideally, about an hour and a half before. Eat an hour and a half before you intend to do this at the very latest. So without further ado, I'm going to take us into a warm-up, roughly lasting between 3 and 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to explain, as I said, the exercises we're going to focus on. 18 exercises altogether. Don't let that daunt you. All is done at your own pace. I'm going to be giving adaptations of all the exercises. So for beginners, there'll be the beginners version of it. For those that have completed these exercises before, I'll also be giving progressions. So you can work at your own pace. The most important thing for myself is that we have fun and we enjoy it. Because basically, that's what exercise should be all about. If you have some music that you like playing during the workout, you can play your own. I'll be playing some, not today, but during the workout whenever I send you that over. So yeah, smile, have fun, and enjoy it. He's back. So, as was explained in the first video, folks, at this point the warm-up will be complete. We've had our little drink. We're getting ready to complete the main session, which will be the 18 exercises. So I'm just going to go into some detail the 18 exercises now in this introduction video. So then come the main session, when you receive that video, you'll know exactly how to perform each exercise effectively and safely. That's what I intend. So first exercise, exercise 1, is our basic march on the spot or our jog. Those that were marching in the warm-up, you can just start to lift the knees a little higher. Those that were jogging in the warm-up, your intention is to lift your knees a little higher as well to get into a run. So for the march, like so, you're just lifting the knees, introducing the arms. Those that were jogging, nice and gently, you're going to aim now for the 30 seconds to lift the knees up that little bit higher, as you can see. So 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest. In the 15 seconds rest then you can take a little drink, take deep breaths, let the body recover. Exercise 2 is star jumps. Now again, for anyone that doesn't want to jump, I'll demonstrate how to perform the stars without the jump. You're stepping out, bringing the arms above the head, slight bend on that standing knee, like so. Those that want to add the jump, feet together, hands together, out. You don't have to bring the arms above the head, they can come out to the side if you wish, whatever's comfortable for yourself. Keep a nice soft ankle, land on the ball of your foot. Good. I'm warm already. Exercise 3, I'm just going to take the mat out for this one. So if you're using your mat or if you're using the carpet in your house, find somewhere comfortable. Front plank. Okay, now automatically some of you may think, oh no, not that plank. But you will build this up. I'll give you little regressions and progressions depending on where you're at. Set up position. Shoulders over the elbows. Feet in line with the hips. Those that are starting off and are completely new to the plank, walk your knees back away from your hips until you find a little bit of tension in your stomach and your lower back, and you start there. Squeeze your bum, draw your belly button in towards your back, and breathe. Just engage all the muscles around your stomach, your core muscles. So squeeze your bum, draw your belly button up towards your back. That's for beginners starting off. For those that have tried the plank before, or the beginners that want to move into the next stage of it, your shoulders are over your elbows, your feet are in line with your hips, and you're simply just lifting your knees up onto your forearms and your toes. So again, the core is activated, squeeze your bum muscles tight together, draw your belly button up towards your back. It's a nice straight back. You're concentrating on breathing for the 30 seconds. Slowly back down. During the main session, the main video, where we're going through it together, I'll start adding little progressions for anyone that wants to move on with that. Exercise 4 is back extensions. So once we've completed the plank for 30 seconds, we'll nice and simply just be recovering on our stomach. Hands coming into your temple, feet shoulder width apart, and slowly in this exercise, very slowly, you're just going to lift your chest up off the mat and slowly back down. Breathe in as we come up, breathe out as we go down. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice and slowly, no jerky movements in that. That's just to strengthen our lower back muscles. There is a little progression with that as well, where you lift the feet, but we'll do that in the main video for anyone that wants to do it with me. Just for today, I'm explaining each of the exercises. The abs, okay? So the next exercise is our leg raises. On our backs, head rested in the mat, shoulders, back, hips in the mat. For those starting, your feet can be starting in the mat. I'll demonstrate for the beginners and then I'll demonstrate for those that have done this one before. For beginners, place your hands underneath your bum, palms facing down. Keep your knees bent. Engage your stomach muscles by drawing your belly button in towards your back and squeezing your bum. You'll feel automatically just all those muscles engage as you do that. Keeping that engagement, raise your knees up off the mat and setting the feet back down on the mat. So you're going to brace, engage, lift the knees and set them back down. So you're using those abs to lift those knees. For those of you that are familiar with leg raises already, you can straighten out the legs, keeping the hands underneath your bum for support on the lower back if you wish. Brace, engage, lift and lower. Aiming not to let the heels touch the ground if you can. So this is good for your lower abs. The hands can of course come out from underneath the back side. Anyone that wants to make it more challenging. Just ensure you have that engagement of your core at all times. The next exercise is our press ups. Hands are slightly more than shoulder width apart this time. Those building the strength in your chest and your arms, keep your knees on the mat. Lowering yourself down by bending your elbows, the chest comes between the hands. Press and back up. So once again, so you can all see. As I'm going down, my chest comes between my hands, my shoulders go below my elbows, and I'm pressing back up. Slowly down and back up. Those that want to lift the knees off the mat, you can. Keep the back straight, lower down, and press back up. Again, each of these exercises, folks, will be done at your own pace. So you can do 2, 3, 33, 50, 130 seconds. It's up to you. Coming back into the crunches now. This time we're going to add a little rotation. It's bicycle crunch. Hands once again at the temples. Feet in the mat. Brace the core, engage all the core muscles. Little rotation. Right elbow across the left knee. Set the foot back down. Changing sides. Okay, breathe. For those of you that have done this before, you can extend the legs, concentrating not to let the heel touch the ground at your own pace. Some people like to do this slowly for more time under tension. Others like to do it with a little bit more speed to get your heart rate up. Both way is fine. Exercise 8, almost halfway. Squat. So move your mat out of the way again if you're using one. I like the little video earlier in the warm-up. This is our squat. Chest up, weight going through the heels, back stays straight, head looks forward, keep the core engaged. Lower the hips down. You'll feel this in the front of your legs, your thighs. Well done. Side plank. We're going to jump onto the right side and the left side. So you need your mat back out for this one. So again, remember there'll be 15 seconds in between. So you grab a little drink. If you're pushing your mat off to the side, bringing it back in, do so safely. Make sure you're not around too much stuff in your house that you knock over or don't want any accidents. So side plank, demonstrate the right side first. Right elbow underneath right shoulder. For those starting off, new to the plank, bend your right leg. So the bottom leg that's connected to your mat or your carpet, bend that leg. You're going to push up through the outside of your right thigh and your right forearm. Squeeze your bum, keep the pelvis forward, and breathe, and smile. Again, those that have done the plank before, you'll be beyond that stage, you'll have the legs straight, same starting position, shoulder over the elbow, pushing up through the right elbow and the outside of your right foot this time. Pelvis stays forward. Squeeze your bum muscles nice and tight. Draw your belly button in towards your back and breathe. Some people like closing their eyes during this one to concentrate, to distract yourself. That's fine. During the main video, I'll be adding a little progression in that. The left side is the exact same, except it's the left arm and left leg. We just switch over. So that's the next exercise. So instead of explaining all that again, we'll just go on to the exercise after the 2 side planks. Oh, mountain climbers. So again, this will get your heart rate up a little bit. Some people in a side plank, it's a stationary exercise, probably not feel out of breath so much. This will raise your heart rate. So mountain climbers, hands placed shoulder width apart. You're in your press up position, and your mountain climbers, you're just bringing your knee underneath your hips up towards those 2 hands, like so. Again, you can do this as I'm demonstrating at walking pace, or those that want to can start to jog. Add a little bit more speed to it if you wish. Just keep your back straight. The faster you go, the more your heart rate will raise. Bridge is after the mountain climbers, so we're coming back onto our backs for the next 3 exercises. We're almost there, folks, bear with me. Again, reiterating, any questions, fire them across, I'll answer them. Bridge, lying on your back, feet in line with your hips, bending your knees. You're going to push through the soles of your feet and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. You're going to hold a squeeze in your bum in that. 30 seconds. Nice and simple. Okay? For those that want, instead of holding it stationary at the top for 30 seconds, you can add in a little rep each time. So some people prefer to do the reps as I'm demonstrating now, squeezing at the top, lowering the hips back down. Others like the stationary contraction. After this one, with both feet on the ground, we're going to do alternating legs. Bridge with our left leg straight will be the one after the 2 legs. So we're going to lift up. Again, as the previous exercise, you can stay in this position if you wish, or you can lower and lift. Lower and lift. Because we're doing 2 sets, perhaps maybe try the hold in the first set, and then coming around to trying it again in the second set, try this. See how each of them feel. As I said, after this we just go on to the opposite leg. So again, knee bent, leg straight, we're coming up, we're holding, we're pushing through the sole of our foot, we're squeezing that bum muscle, keeping the hips nice and high. And then for those of us that are doing the repetitions, we're just lowering the heel down towards the ground without touching and pushing up through that foot that's in the mat. Mountain crossovers. So similar to the mountain climbers, except we're going to add a little rotation underneath the hips. So your right knee is going to come up to your left elbow, your left knee will come up to your right elbow. So hope this demonstration will show that so you can see visually what I'm talking about. So press up position, and again, across and under. So right comes to left, left comes to right. Again, anyone that wants to jog those or run them a little faster, feel free to do so. 30 seconds, remember. The lunges are next. We move that back out of the way. Lunge on the right leg. Left leg in front, right heel in the air. And we're going to keep the chest up, shoulders square, lunge, stand back up. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep breathing through the exercises, folks. Once the 30 seconds is up, we change sides. Right foot in front, left foot behind, left heel in the air, shoulders up, chest looking forward. As we lunge down, the knee doesn't touch the ground and the front knee stays behind your front toe. And again, during the main exercises, during the main video, when we're doing the workout together, I'll be encouraging you as well. I'll be reinforcing all these coaching points. So as you're watching this, if this is too much to take on board, don't be too alarmed. This is just to familiarise yourself. Watch over this as much times as you wish. I'm out of breath now. Last exercise is burpees. Okay? Burpees. So, I'm going to demonstrate a few ways that we can do burpees. So, if you're starting off and you've heard the word burpees mentioned, don't be afraid, okay? There's so many ways that you can start off with your burpee and build it up. You may, in a class environment, see people doing burpees and think that's the hardest exercise ever. Don't think that way, okay? As I said at the very start of these videos, well done. This is the first step. You build it up at your own pace. You start where you are, not where anybody else is. You're working for yourself. Burpees. I'm a beginner. I've never done burpees before. Okay, so Chris, how do I build up my burpees? Where do I start? You start here. You sit down in a squat. The previous exercise, earlier on we done. You walk your hands out. Walk your hands into low squat and stand back up. Okay, now you may say that's not a burpee. It's almost a burpee. It's a half burpee. For those that aren't at the stage where I'm going to demonstrate next, you just do this. You squat, you walk your hands forward, keep your back nice and straight, engage your core, walk your hands in, bend your knees, low squat, stand back up. Trust me, you work at that for a while, you'll be able to go on to the next stage. The next stage of your burpee, you can either start with your hands going down and your feet out, like so. You can start with your standing, hands down, feet walking out, back in, stand up, down, out, in, and up. You can jump down, jump out, jump in, jump up, down, out, in, up. So many progressions we can do of that. The final progression, the most difficult form of the burpee, is where you sprawl down, you jump back up, and you jump in the air. I'm only going to demonstrate it once because I'm out of breath already. So you sprawl down, jump back up, and then jump in the air. Just watch the lampshades above your head. That concludes the bodyweight workout. That's the 18 exercises. Again, as I said, if it's too much for you to take in watching this, don't be alarmed. Have a little pen and piece of paper, go watch it again, jot down any questions you have, any little points that you want to sort of keep beside you. As you've seen there now, I have my notes beside me here. The mat, your water of course, don't forget your water, sip water, the food. Aim not to eat an hour and a half, that window before you intend doing this. So your food, at least an hour and a half before you start. Finish your meal an hour and a half. If you're having your dinner at 5 o'clock, you shouldn't be doing this till at least 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the evening. If you're having your lunch at 1 and it's a heavy lunch, you shouldn't be able to do this until at least 2:30, 3 o'clock. Okay? So you've got the fuel in your body. Those that are doing it first thing in the morning, make sure you replenish afterwards with a sufficient breakfast. Okay? So Well done guys, thanks for bearing with me during that. I know it's a bit long-winded, but I just wanted to send you this introduction video so that during the main video things will run a lot smoothly. I'll still be coaching and demonstrating and talking through the exercises, but we won't be spending half as much time. We'll just get on with it, okay? So once again, it'll be 18 exercises, 30 seconds per exercise. During weeks 1 and 2, you're going to have 15 seconds rest in between. After we've done the first set of 18, we take 3 minutes rest, complete rest. You get a drink, you have a seat. Then we're going to repeat the exercises one more time. So it's going to be 2 sets. Okay, we're going to have fun, we're going to really enjoy it. Okay, and we're going to all work together. Yeah, we're going to all work together. So thanks very much, and I'll speak to you all soon.